Right now, while you're awake, you're in control. You decide where to look, what to think about, when to get up and walk away. Your mind does what you tell it to. But tonight, when you fall asleep and start to dream, all of that disappears. You'll find yourself in places that don't exist, talking to people who are gone. And the strangest part, you'll believe every second of it. You won't question a single thing. Here's what's bizarre about that. It's your brain, your dream, built by you, starring you, playing inside your own head. Nobody else is in there. So why can't you steer it? Why can't you decide to fly? Or just turn and walk away from the nightmare? You are the writer, the director, and the star of a movie every single night. So why do you have no control over the script? The answer isn't one thing. It's your brain shutting down parts of itself on purpose. It's chemistry. It's a body that locks you in place. And it's something deeper, a reason your dreams may never have been yours to control in the first place. And once you understand it, you'll never look at sleep the same way again. Let's start with the part of you that's missing. Because when you dream, you're not all there. Right behind your forehead sits a region called the prefrontal cortex. Think of it as the CEO of your brain. It handles logic, planning, and self-awareness. It's the voice that says, wait, does this even make sense? And every night, when you sink into your deepest dreams, it powers down. Brain scans show it clearly. During REM sleep, the stage where your most vivid dreams happen, activity in that control center drops dramatically. The CEO leaves the building, and that changes everything. Because real control comes from that exact region. Without it, you can't step back from the dream. You can't even realize you're in one. That's why you can have 3 hands or watch a dead relative walk into the room and not blink. The part of you that would say, hey, this is impossible, is switched off. You're not being fooled, there's just nobody home to notice. So before you can even think about steering the dream, you hit the first wall. The driver's seat is empty, but that's not even the whole problem. It's not just which parts of your brain shut off, it's what your brain marinates in while you sleep. When you're awake, your mind runs on a chemical called norepinephrine, tied to focus and attention. During REM sleep, it goes almost silent. At the same time, another chemical called acetylcholine floods the system. Your brain lights up, but on completely different fuel. Vivid, emotional, untethered, firing off images with no logic to hold them together. It's also why dreams vanish the second you open your eyes. Without that focus chemistry, your brain can't save what's happening. Studies suggest you forget around half of a dream within 5 minutes of waking, and about 90% within 10. You can barely hold on to it long enough to remember it happened. So the pilot is gone, and the controls are wired to a different system. But your body? It isn't even yours right now. Here's something that should unsettle you. While you dream, you are paralyzed. Deep in your brainstem, a switch flips and shuts off your muscles. Your whole body goes limp. It's called REM atonia, and it's there to stop you from acting out your dreams and hurting yourself. Nature pinned you to the bed on purpose. Only 2 things keep moving: your breathing and your eyes. You want to run and your legs won't move. Ever had that dream? That's your real, paralyzed body bleeding into the story. And who's directing the film? Not logic, emotion. While your rational CEO is offline, the emotional core of your brain, a region called the amygdala, goes into overdrive. So dreams don't follow reason, they follow feeling. That's why nightmares feel so real. You're not writing the story, you're reacting to it. But now, here's where it gets really interesting, because the rule isn't totally absolute, and the exception doesn't break it, it proves it. Some people can control their dreams. It's real. It's called lucid dreaming, becoming aware that you're dreaming while you're still inside the dream. And for a long time, scientists didn't believe it was possible. How do you prove someone knows they're dreaming while they're fast asleep? Then they found a loophole. During REM, your eyes are one of the only things not paralyzed. So they trained lucid dreamers to move their eyes in an agreed-upon pattern the moment they became lucid. Left, right, left, right. And in the lab, it happened. Sleeping subjects, deep in REM, sent deliberate signals out from inside a dream. A message from the dream world in real time. So it can be done. But look at what it takes. Lucid dreamers are forcing that shutdown control center partly back online. And it's hard. Surveys suggest only around 1 in 5 people have lucid dreams regularly, and even then it's fragile. Get too excited and you snap awake. That's not proof that we control our dreams, that's proof of how hard the brain works to keep us from it. Which leaves the last question, the deepest one. Why would evolution build a system that so carefully keeps you out of the driver's seat? Maybe dreams were never meant to be controlled. One leading theory says dreams are a rehearsal, running you through threats and fears so you're ready for the real thing. Another says dreaming is how your brain sorts through the day, locking in memories while you rest. And if that's true, control would ruin the whole thing. A flight simulator you can cheat in teaches you nothing. If you could edit every nightmare into a beach vacation, your brain would never rehearse the danger, never do the quiet work it does while the rational you is switched off. So maybe you're not locked out of your dreams by accident. Maybe you're locked out because it works. Add it all together, and it points in one direction. The part of you that controls things is shut down. The chemistry that keeps you sharp goes silent. Your body is paralyzed. Emotion takes the wheel. And underneath all of it, a system that looks designed to run without you ever touching it. Any one of those alone might not stop you, but all of them together, that's a wall. That's why you can spend a third of your life asleep, dreaming thousands of dreams, and steer almost none of them. You're not the pilot, you never were. You're the audience for a show your own brain puts on every single night, and it never once asks for your notes. So here's my question. If your dreams run without your control, rehearsing your fears completely on their own, then who is really writing them? You, or a part of you that you've never actually met? Drop your answer in the comments. I read every single one. And if this changed the way you think about falling asleep tonight, hit subscribe because the next one is going to keep you up